What in the world, Bo? I believe in dreams again. I believe that love will never end. And just like the river finds the sea. Say that thing low. Cause I believe in you and me. Right here for the Falcons. This is for the Falcons. I believe in miracles. Cause that's what we gonna need, Bo. That's what we gonna need. We gonna need a miracle or something coming Sunday if we're gonna try to make the playoffs. For everybody out there that don't know me, my name is Big Low Country. I'm just old country boy, former football coach. I love to sit around and talk about sports. You yourself, you could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us, and I definitely and greatly appreciate that. First of all, if you're watching the show after we've gone live already, make sure you put a What in the World Bowl in the comments. Also, make sure you share the channel with your friends and family. If you could do that, I would greatly and definitely appreciate it. Hit that like button. You hit that like button for me. I promise you, I'll dance at your wedding one day. Look at here, Bo. Look at here, man. What's going on with the Atlanta Falcons? What's going on with the media? What Raheem Morris, you know, what in the world? So, shouts out to Kerry. Kerry actually brought this to my attention a little bit earlier today. After we got on For My ATL Sports with T Will and A1 Forever. Bo, I'm sitting here looking at this thing, and Raheem Morris pretty much bit Rob Triple head off. He got kind of aggressive with Mike Bell, and I'm sitting here like, wait, what in the world? This is where we're at. So I wanted to have a red and black table talk. Hopefully, it ain't gonna be no situations where we having entanglements. But I wanted to have a little red and black table talk to sit down and talk about the issues that we're having and how Atlanta Falcons fans are feeling. So I'm going to be bringing a few folks on here to have these conversations. So before I bring these folks on here, I need to make sure I show love to everybody that's showing love to us. Bucks Raised Bolts is in here. They Sean's is What in the World, Bo? Turned down for what? Turned down. Yeek! Get you some. See, I knew that. Get you some was going to come sooner or later. Pro P in here said, what's up, Coach? Rise up. Clay Melton. Yo, Yuri, I need to get up with you because me and my family are going to Vegas this summer now. And I know that your family has a steakhouse out there. So I need to get up with you to make sure that we're going to the right one and giving our patronage to the right place. But shouts out to Yuri. Cool season here. Breeze 1500. What in the world, Bo? Douglas Farrington. Dre Murphy. What in the world, Bo? Hope you're doing good. Shouts out to everybody that's coming in here. And speaking of folks that's coming in here, have you ever had that one uncle? That one uncle is one of them situations. Sometimes, you kind of got to keep him in line. But the crazy thing is, he keeps you in line most of the time. So it's a weird dynamic. Speaking of uncles, what in the world? What in the world? Oh, just froze. What? Oh man. Oh, what's going on?
It froze because I was happy. Oh, that's my echo. It froze because I was too happy.
Okay. I was like, oh man, I had to call out to Kira, make sure she come check up on you down there, make sure you ain't went off the rails.
She don't care, man. Remind me to tell you about that.
Okay.
So as I was saying before, as I was coming in, hi, Big Low.
I'm assuming this is how you're feeling.
At least that's what I'm trying to portray. This week and again, thank you so much for allowing me to come in with you. This week has been about as bad as a 4-12 ending, old school Falcons 3-13 season. The atmosphere from Falcon fans has just been, the venom is no joke.
It's crazy.
It's got Aunt Kira turning on me.
No. Golly.
Let me tell you real quick. So we're having a conversation. I'm assuming she's my wife. So I'm telling her, I'm thinking, I am a little bit of a pessimistic person. So I'm glass half full, no doubt.
No, I wouldn't believe that.
So I'm telling her, I'm like, well, he made a mistake, and coaches make mistakes in NFL. So no, he owes us. He owes us an explanation. He owes us an apology. I don't want to hear it. And I told her, I said, baby, listen to the press conference. He tried. No, that wasn't a full So being the communicator that she is, that's not what it's supposed to be. He's supposed to apologize better than that. The fans deserve that. The fans, bruh. I was like saying to myself, oh, who's the Falcon fan in here? Because he was going off. Here's the horrible thing about it. It made sense.
It made sense.
It made sense.
There's no lies told.
Nah, I couldn't even put up a good argument. I couldn't do it. So I don't know, brother. I don't know, man.
Man, boy. Well, look, like I said, tonight we're having red and black table talk. Shouts out to 330. He said he's streaming from Ghana. What in the world, Bo?
Oh, okay. Good job, bro.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, Bo. Hope you enjoy yourself over there.
Yeah, man.
Have a good time. I got a few people that live over there now. They moved over there a few years back. So shouts out to my homeboy 330, man. Much love to you.
330 is the man.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Man, if I had his hand, I'd cut mine off.
Oh. Don't cut all that. You're pretty cool, but they're not the digits.
So, did you see did you hear the interview on 92.9 The Game where Raheem Morris and Mike Bell?
Really? Yeah. Absolutely, I did. Absolutely.
Tell me what you thought about it. And Falcons fans that's listening, feel free to put in the comments what y'all thought about it if y'all heard it.
Okay, so here's the deal that I have to preface this with. I'm a lukewarm Mike Bell guy because Mike Bell can be kind of obnoxious at times, and I feel him. But as a longtime season ticket holder, which I know he is because I've seen his face in there plenty of times, and he supports the team. I just feel like Raheem might have had that moment where he said, okay, y'all, Tuesday, Monday, and I know I keep blipping off. I don't know. My internet is horrible. But he might have just got to the point where he was like, you know what? I've had enough. And I'm tired of y'all. And Mike kept pushing the timeout narrative. And then the one time when he came in and he said, see, Mike, you don't listen like you never do, or something like that, and prefacing like you never listen. And I say, okay. That might have been the button right there. Now, if I was Mike, I would have pressed back. But I understand you got to play radio. You got to play, that type of guy. But if Mike Bell or Tribble, actually I like Tribble, if you want to push, then you got to get ready for a grown man to reply. So I think that's what happened. I'm not mad at either one for either response. I think Raheem was like, okay, if y'all gonna keep pushing it like this, y'all hit that place. But I think it wasn't as bad as people say. I think they'll be okay. But I think Mike has to play radio for a little bit. Mike has to play big time fan. So it was a moment, but it wasn't. It wasn't all that to me. But it was a moment.
Well, I mean, it's like in a way, it shouts out to Mike Bill.
Oh yeah, big shouts out.
In a way, it's like it kind of put Mike in a tough situation because it's like Mike is asking a question and addressing what every Atlanta Falcon fan wanted to know. Like everybody wanted to know, why didn't you call the timeout? And if all of us were sitting in a barbershop with Raheem Morris on Monday morning, we would have expressed our frustration with him and said, hey man, like you should have really called the timeout. Like, why didn't you do that? What was you thinking? Like, so it's like I understand Coach Raheem got upset about it, but you get paid millions of dollars to do what a lot of people do in the community for free.
True, but I also say this. Ask me that question Monday or Tuesday because I get it. It's hot. The national pundits are on you. The local pundits are on you. You have no excuse. I give him a lot of credit. A lot of people's like, oh, he's throwing Michael Penix under the bus. He threw this under the bus. I don't think he threw him under the bus as much as people say. Even if they did, he came back Tuesday during the press conference, the one that nobody was there. And I think he did an excellent job of saying exactly what he was thinking. And he took time to apologize to the fans. I don't know what else you want the man to do. It was a horrible decision. Nobody's debating that.
Yeah,
all I'm saying is I don't know what people, and that was the question I was asking Kira. So what do you want him to do? We always talk about this masculine world that we live in where we're like, you can't show any weakness. You can't show any, like somebody's going to run you over and things like that. So what did everybody want him to do? Cry? What did they want him to do? Pout about a decision that he made as a grown man, head coach of the team? That's the part that I don't understand. Mike caught him on Thursday. And I think when you catch him on Thursday, I think you might catch something. I mean, he's already on to Carolina, man.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. So I don't know.
And
that's
and I'm pretty sure all of us have seen the on to Cincinnati press conference that Bill Belichick did. and it's like, I mean, sometimes it's one of those situations where you have to kind of, be like that. You have to be that person that's like, hey, it's on to Cincinnati, or it's on to Carolina. I think the issue that everyone's having is that if you're going to have a certain type of energy, you got to keep it all the time. Like you can't be a ha key kind of thing. And then, it's like, I mean, whenever, you make a bad decision, and I mean, even whether or not it's Thursday, because look, back in, when did we hire Raheem? In February?
February, yeah. Right before the Super Bowl? Right before the Super Bowl.
Right before the Super Bowl.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
look,
I think it's right before the Super Bowl.
Raheem Morris, he's that person who changed up right after he got hired and how he is now. If you would ask him that same question in February, whether or not it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it don't matter what day of the week it was. If you would ask him that question back then, he'd be like, man, Mike, I tell you what, you should ask. Like,
I was going into Alexander O'Neal. I need some and I think about. No, okay, I'm sorry, my bad.
You could. I had to stop myself. Because I wanted to get into it too. But the thing is that if you would ask him that same question in February, he would have been like, Mike, look at here, man. You know how to ask the same question over and over in different ways. Like, he would have made a joke about it. But
yeah, absolutely.
But now it's like, you get comfortable and, things aren't going the way that you want them to go. Things change a little bit. And we got a couple Superman chats in here. We got
Uh-oh.
straight true statement. Says what up, Bigelow? How's everybody doing this evening? Now,
Brother man.
Yeah, I didn't know if you had anything queued up for us.
Brother, I allow you to do Superman, and then I'll DJ. You tell me how you. All right.
That sounds like a plan. So Dre, thank you so much. That's that dun da da. That's a Superman chat. What you got for him?
St. Pete the Bucks, St. Pete the Bucks, St. Pete the Bucks. St. Pete the Bucks, St. Pete the Bucks, St. Pete the Bucks. Okay. We take that.
What in the world? Okay. All right. Y'all, I don't know what to do, Steve, y'all. He just hit us with they not like us. He hit us with a okay. All right. We also got another Superman chat. Goodness gracious. When the doc says, blesses Uncle Steve Bigelow, he says, thanks for getting us the lowdown. While frustrating all around, I think the entire staff needs one more year. Dun da da. That's a Superman chat. What you got for him, Mark?
Yes, it's over all of the day. Sorry that it had to end this way. No reason to pretend this season had to end someday. I'll try, man. What you want me to do? Hey, man, you're about to be on, man. You knew what this is going to be.
Wow. You just changed the whole repertoire.
I told you.
You went from up here, then you had to slow it down. And
hey, man. Oh, we got more.
Look here, man. If y'all want to hear remixes like this all the time, make sure you go to Uncle Steve's Lounge.
Thank you so much.
Content. One of the most.
I got them in here today too, so I appreciate everyone joining us on Uncle Steve's Lounge. We are on the big time. We it's like PBS meets Fox, so we on Fox tonight. Yeah.
Well, look, man. You know we always have a good time.
Always, my friend. Always.
You know, Willie Doc. He mentioned. He said, look, it's one of them situations where he feels like the entire staff needs one more year.
Yeah, I think that's the case.
The whole staff?
I think that's the case. Well, here's the thing. You said something earlier, and I wanted to rebut it, but I want you to get it all out. You're absolutely right. And I warned people at the beginning of the year. I'm not trying to be prophet, but I told people Raheem is a, energetic, win the press conference type guy. He's at the beginning. When there's no football here, Raheem is the best coach from the Super Bowl to the first kickoff. He is. He says all the right things. He says all the things that everybody wants to hear. When they start tightening it up, that's when you see the real coach in him. Now, he was also a different coach when we were 6-3. He wasn't cocky, but he was kind of like, we got this. We got this. And then when the Kirk Cousins debacle happened, you started seeing some of the layers of Raheem come off. And now I think what you're seeing is a little bit of desperation. He's like, well, wait a minute. What do I do now? And this was the danger of hiring somebody like Raheem Morris. I still think you give him another year. Both Falcon fans, stop. Let's stop fronting, because prior to this year, when is the last time we won 8 games? My son was in middle school.
That's crazy.
I mean, we gotta stop acting like we've been here and we are a elite team that's just hitting a down season. Stop it. We are a middling team that's looking to go places. I see the guy at quarterback. I see some of the pieces on offense and defense that are under 25 to under 27, and you got to build towards next year. I mean, look. Am I going to turn down the division if Tampa decides to lay down? No, but I like what I see. Finish the season 9-8, and let's see what happens next year.
What happens if we get beat?
You're not gonna take my.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If we get beat by 10 points, end up going 8-9, and
forget the last 3 minutes that I spoke about.
I'm just saying. What? In some crazy world where the Atlanta Falcons end up losing to the Panthers and the Bucks lose to the Saints.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough. Ooh. Yeah, I don't even want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. Yeah, that would be you talk about the nightmares of all nightmares. Woo! Man. That is something I don't want to think about. But reality, man. Reality sets in. I just feel like I understand people's frustration. Folks, I was yelling at the TV. I was jumping up and down like everybody else saying, time out. Don't get me wrong. I get it. The man made a mistake. He did. It's awful. It's terrible. It's any other time if he was a 3-year coach, you would ever fluce him out of here if you did. But let's not pretend like November didn't happen. Let's not pretend that you and I were in a stadium coming off a win against Dallas, feeling like the top of the world, thinking we were about to run over 2-17, and all of a sudden people forgot how to play. Let's not pretend like November didn't happen. I hear you. Yes, this was critical. This is your chance, but let's not pretend like everything ended. Everything started. The problem started from the moment he didn't call timeout. Come on now.
I mean, look, I completely agree with you. We also got another Superman chat.
Hey, there we go.
Furball says, I feel like we should fire Raheem Morris and keep Zach Robinson and Jimmy Lake. Thoughts? Because a coach should be in the NFL. They shouldn't be in the NFL if they can't take timeouts. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat.
I don't care what they say, cause the Falcons going crazy.
We got $1 million, baby.
They would take it, cause the super chat is crazy. Kirk Cousins going down south.
See, that was old Kirk.
While they're running back the truck, yeah. I don't care what.
See, y'all be missing, man. I know I got some gray hairs on here, man, but I like that Tommy Richmond, man. That's my favorite song. That's one of my favorite songs this year. I like it.
Oh, man. Yuri says, give Uncle Steve the Grammy already.
Thank you. You're...
And I'd like to thank the Academy.
But so what Furball's saying, he's saying that he feels like
and thank you, Furball, for the support for the Big Lowe's channel and going forward. But I'll say this, Furball, there is zero chance that Jimmy Lake and Zach Robinson would stay if Raheem left. Those are first-time coaches that got first-time in the NFL, first-time assistant coaches. They aren't going to just stay here and let Raheem rot if he were to leave. No way. Zero way.
I think Raheem Morris is going to stay another year.
Yeah.
But I feel like in a perfect world for me, I feel like you would move on from Jimmy Lake and keep Zach I was going to say Zach Morris. I got Saved by the Bell on the mind. But keep Zach Robinson.
Saved by the Bell.
The reason I say that is because if you look at this first year Zach Robinson had with this offense, and you look at Kyle Shanahan's first year, I feel like this year is actually better than Kyle Shanahan's first year that he had with the Falcons with Matt Ryan as the quarterback. So, I mean, this is his first year calling plays. I feel like it's one of those cases where he has the potential to be a really, really good play caller in the NFL. I mean, the thing about offense is that if you call a play and it doesn't work, of course it's going to look bad. That's just that's just what it is. So moving forward, I feel like he's going to get better. He's going to, get his players and everybody a little bit more acclimated. They'll know how to do everything more, and you'll have a chance to legitimately have a top 5 offense. Because are we top 10 now, or?
I think I saw 13. Did I see 13 overall?
Well, we did fall off the cliff.
Yeah, we fell way off. we fell way. Our rushing yards are good.
Yes.
Right? We fell way off as far as that's concerned. The only thing I say, I've had patience with Zach Robinson. I've heard everybody come off on Zach, but I also feel like give Zach Robinson this offseason with that young man, number 9, and let's see what kind of magic he can do with that. And I feel like, Lo, it's one play in that game that encapsulates, oh, y'all don't realize the future's here. That one pass he threw to Kyle Pitts, folks. It's a lot of NFL quarterbacks that can't make that throw. I was talking to Lo earlier this week, and I was telling him the only quarterback, the last Falcon quarterback that could make that throw, keeping it real, people don't want to hear it, but Jeff George, that could make an accurate, zip it in there throw at that time. Mike Vick had the cannon. It was a little loose, but he love me some Mike. But
all right, you're gonna get us beat up in here now.
I'm just saying,
you better chill out. You go look.
These comments represent Uncle Steve. Please don't beat up. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Wait a minute. We got another Superman chat in here.
Oh,
Chris Rogers.
Oh man, that's a big boy.
Chris Rogers says Morris has to be fired. Smith got 3 years because the lack of salary, no quarterback, and a tired offense altogether. Morris got everything you could ask for in an awful division. Dun, da, da. That's a Superman chat.
That's $10. That's a long one right there, right?
So the Falcons had a chance to pull it through. We didn't call timeout. Now the fans are blue. And oh, what a revelation to see. This Falcon fan say Saints win one for me. One in a million. Days of a lifetime, and we'll root you on, Spencer Rattler. If you give to me a stroke of luck, call you one in a million. You.
That was a $10 one, man. I had to go. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll get kind of teary-eyed.
Hey, man, tell me y'all didn't get emotional when y'all heard that. The Falcons fan.
That was beautiful.
Especially people who remember the song. The young kids are like, what is that?
They can't get it. Nah, they Google it.
Right.
Like, damn, Uncle Steve made that sound good. Birdball says, see, Chris gets it. Jay says, Uncle Steve just put the mixtape out already.
I did. I gotta build up some clout.
There you go. Jalen, Jalen also says if we can get Ben Johnson, Would you fire Raheem? Dun dun. Well, I'm sorry. Ha ha ha. Dun dun dun. That's a Superman check.
Super chat with. Super chat with.
See, y'all don't.
Super chat.
Boy. Y'all don't. What?
Super chat with.
Watch this. See, boy, y'all, nobody does a Jay-Z laugh like Uncle Steve.
Oh my goodness. Oh man, see Freeman Bay. They said that what's up, Steve? What's up, Big Low, bro? I
What's
completely
up, Big
forgot
Chuck?
my point. He says 1 in a million.
Man, sometimes you gotta
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show them.
gotta pop out, man. Every now and then, gotta pop out.
Oh man, then we got another Superman chat in here.
Oh,
I think
man.
everybody just want to hear Uncle Steve's songs.
No, man. No.
Says expert said the Falcons were a 9-win team. Fans put a Super Bowl or bust standard on the Falcons. This was not a bad year. Dun da da. That's a Superman chat.
Let's see what I got left.
Well, is he that love me now? Cause Uncle Steve will help you out by reading your super chat world. Is he that love me now? Could you can get me out, by reading your super chat world?
Man, I remember when that came out, man.
Yeah, boy. I remember
Music Soul Child did a version of that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, well, he did. He was singing over the track, but then he did the, he did.
Man, people
Yeah, I was like, man, he was
Soul Child. He was that dude. You know.
Oh man,
That was that guy. I mean, I know. Now he's the reality TV star, but before all of that, when we came out with that I Just Want to Sing album, man, shit, music was that dude.
Let me tell you something. Music Soul Child. That, woo, boy. I've tried to tell you.
Boy, you know how many girls numbers I got singing love to him?
Oh man, I just did karaoke with my wife, and I sang I love you to the hand.
Oh yeah.
As long as you love. Oh man, that was some good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That listen, I'm telling people, don't give up on. Well, I want you to do one of your polls if you don't mind. Lo.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna give you the honors. I'm gonna give you the honors.
Well, okay. I can't do it like you though. But what I want to ask is, division or not, do we keep Raheem Morris flat out? And not just because of the timeout. And take the whole season, folks. We're 8-8 right now, which is better than we've been in 7 years. 8-8. Will you keep Raheem right now? If you want to keep Raheem, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't want to keep Raheem, put a 2 in the chat. I just want to see.
There it is. Look it up. That was perfect. That was perfect.
Do it. You got that Alex Trebek about you when you do it. Okay. So what we seeing right now?
All right. So it was 1 if we say we do want to keep him. If we want to keep not. Okay. Yeah. All right. So Life with Options, great name. Okay. Put 111 ones in here. Says he does want to keep him. Michael Hewlett says 2. He says, hey, ho, ho, a ha, 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 a key, got to go. Slim Dollar says 1. He says he want to keep him. He says it's cheaper to keep him. Wait. Wanted Track Star says 2. He says, no, you got to go. You got to go home, but you got to get up out of here. Zach Bo says 2. Said I waited much too long. Said you got to go.
Gotta go.
Freeman
I
B.
gotta go.
Freeman B and Trey Murphy. They say one. B Tuck and Corey Chapman. They say one. Anthony Booker says one. Tyler Russell says two. He says he's ready to move on.
Okay. Okay.
Calvin Nelson and Triers. They say one. They want to keep him. Breezy. Breeze 1500 and Kenneth Kellett. They says two. Warded Track Star. They put two in here like 5 different times. So that's for emphasis.
That don't count.
Trey Murphy. They all say one. They. So I mean, you got a mixed bag. Deshaun Carswell says two. Verbal says move on. Antoine Wartime says one. He said for at least one more year. So I mean, we got a mixed bag, like,
which is good though, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not mad at anybody that's upset about Sunday night. We had an opportunity to put Atlanta back on the map. Falcons win that game. Falcons get all the press this week. Falcons are in the driver's seat. The Benz is probably popping. You probably close to a sellout this weekend. But I understand. I understand why people are upset though. I really do understand it. You gotta win, man. And when you are the reason for it, your young rookie quarterback in his second start on the road. Think about what that did for Michael Penix's cachet. Michael Penix was about to lead his team on the road, hostile environment, on national TV, prime time, and beat a team that arguably a lot of people think is better than us. I actually think it's a lot of Jalen Daniels, but that's another story.
Yes.
But he had an opportunity to do that. And when you think about what that did for Michael Penix Jr., I like the fact that a lot of people gave Jaden his due, but gave Michael Penix his flowers too. Second game started, folks. That wasn't Desmond Ridder in Baltimore. That was an elite performance for a rookie. Let me keep in mind, I know he threw an interception on the first play, even though I don't think the wide receiver ran the right route.
Yeah.
But I think he played well. Did he miss some throws? Absolutely. Second start in the NFL quarterback. Those throws will be gold next year. Watch.
Man,
watch and see.
Look, if he connects on half of those throws that he connected on, that he missed on Sunday night,
man,
it's gonna be some tough times. There's gonna be some tough times for a lot of these defenses. We also got another Superman chat. Would it not? He says, but 2025 season playoffs or bust. No excuses. Da da da. That's a Superman chat.
See, we got some repeats in here. That didn't even happen. So let's try this one. Everybody say, hey. Saints beat the Bucks. 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 And for the record, the Saints have already said Olave's not playing. Derek Carr's not playing. Here's the thing, and I want everybody to hear me very clearly on this because I don't ever want to mix moods here. Man, what an awful, horrible, horrific thing at Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
Couple of days ago, man. Just prayers go out to those folks there, man. I know we're in a world where people want to show videos and things like that, man. I'm one of those guys. I'm kind of probably a little squeamish on things, but man, that was just a horrific thing. And I heard the coach for the Saints, and I'm not saying from the Falcons standpoint, whatever. But I am saying the Saints, I don't think are gonna come out there and play like a lay down type thing.
Yeah.
I think that's something that they're probably gonna look at and kind of look at it as a, you know what, y'all, this last go round, we're gonna do this for the city. And you know, I just, it's just one of those things that I really do feel like people will, kind of go there as far as the city is concerned. And I know it's kind of, whatever, but that's what sports does, man.
It does.
We think about Katrina and
Yep.
they how they did with that as well, man. Those are things that happen, man. Those are things that happen. It's realistic. And guess what? The first thing, 9/11 was the first thing everybody did. Yankees Mets. 2,000 people died.
Yeah.
Next couple of days, sports goes on, and people find motivations for things like that. So I'm not saying that in the sense of for the Falcons, but I'm saying from the sense of the Saints, like there is a thought of mine that they might not go out there and just lay down during this. I don't think they will.
Yeah. And I completely agree with you on because man, that's a terrible event, man. And prayers to everybody and their family. And it's sad whenever you just can't go to like a public gathering or a public place, and you got to worry about stuff like that. That senseless violence, man. And
Senseless.
just like you said, hopefully, they kind of rally around the city, and the city rally around them, and they can pull off a miracle win.
Absolutely.
And, another thing to keep in mind is that, you got the interim head coach who's trying to fight to keep that job.
That's right.
I mean, look, it's not a good look for him to just come out there and have them, just roll over and die. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's definitely something else to keep in mind too. We also got another Superman chat. Greg, shouts out with Greg with the custom kicks. He says, what's up, gentlemen? It's Do-Rag Era officially here. Regardless of the chatter, we are one healthy, cool kick away from the playoffs. I'm a realist. I mean, I can't knock it. Dun, da, da. That's a Superman chat.
Yes, it's over.
Hey man, you only got 8 spots.
Sorry that it
actually, I missed one. I'll get that next time.
No reason to pretend this season.
Smooth sounds of Big Low and Uncle Steve here on Friday night. Oh man.
Well, yeah, I mean, shoot. Look, it's one of those situations where I'm not counting anything out until all the clocks are triple zero.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I mean, one thing we know about Baker over the years, Baker's been known to lose games that he's supposed to win.
Baker's also known to give you a couple. And I'm gonna tell you this: I like the Saints defense better than I like Carolina's defense, and that's really the side of the ball I think you need to worry about when you start, when you start talking about how they're gonna match up. Look, Spencer Rattler, I'm sorry, I hear everybody about that, but you'll know by the first half what's gonna go down in that game. You'll know. We'll all know. Hopefully we're taking care of our business here. Hopefully,
man. Look, it's gonna be weird in the Benz whenever. Well, I ain't gonna say whenever, but if like they're up by 17 points on the Saints, and I guess everybody's gonna look around and say all of their goodbyes to.
Man. It's gonna be a done deal. Then I hope it doesn't. I hope there's enough closeness in there where you can kind of stay in. But listen, realistically, man, it's hard, man. It's hard.
We also
Yeah.
got a couple more Superman chats.
Okay. Okay.
Dre True Statement, he says, see, the one thing no one is considering is that if Riley makes the kick, Raheem plan works and we win. I get the frustration, but I also get Raheem's why. Dun, da, da. That's a Superman chat.
I'm just gonna stay on it because guess what? You know what we need to happen?
What?
Saint beat the Bucks. 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 I don't even care if they win. I just want to hear that song.
We got another Superman chat. First of all, he says, my issue is why does Raheem smile at the press conference? Hey, man, can't even smile. Or he doesn't look upset or pissed off, especially right after a tough loss. Just curious. Dun, da, da. That's a Superman chat.
I'll address that one.
Well, is he that love me now? Cause Uncle Steve will help you out by reading your super chat world. Is he that love me now? Could you me out, by reading your super chat world?
Let me address this one.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
See, here's where there is an element, and I'm not calling anybody out. There was a lot of people that wanted Bill Belichick here. There's a lot of people. Let me tell you something. At the very beginning, I wanted Bill Belichick too because it was a proven record, whatever. I think it's very interesting how I've heard this venom, and it's more than I messed up with a timeout venom. I've seen an extra amount of venom that is a little disturbing to me because I do feel like, look, Raheem deserves every arrow he got Monday and Tuesday. And if we don't win the division and even go 9-8, he'll still deserve a couple of arrows because you didn't win. But man, there's something in the air low that's rearing its ugly head that just kind of got me, probably has me a little bit more pro Raheem than anything else because some of the personal shots are kind of interesting. Little interesting. If that man smiled at it, look, hold on. We just got a year away from Arthur Smith where people were criticizing him for looking like he didn't care or acting like he didn't care. So now all of a sudden we gonna dog the man out for smiling.
Can't win for
maybe he smiled, maybe because he ain't worried about us. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure, but kind of interesting. Just interesting. I'm gonna leave it right there. Yeah, fill in the blank too, and y'all, most of y'all. But it's just very interesting to me. I ain't trying to say Raheem is Nick Saban or Bill Belichick or Bill Parcells or anything like that, but it's very interesting to hear some of the energy pointed at our boy. Bill Belichick made mistakes too. There's a reason why he's not in New England anymore.
That's the reason why he's not in New England anymore. If you would have had the coach who won the most Super Bowls in NFL history, you're not just gonna let him go. He had to make a plethora of mistakes.
Just saying. And that's why I obviously don't want to. It's just really interesting.
Daryl Brown says, "I don't care nothing about the attitude. I just want to see some results."
Let me tell you something, Daryl. I'm 100%, brother. If you come in here and you can have the most unlikable attitude in the world, but if you go 13-4, this city will absolutely wrap itself around you.
Man, we rocking. We rocking. You know,
just saying.
I mean, that's what it is. I remember 2016. I remember that. That's all. I remember you leaving. You going to Publix, and whenever you check out, the cashier saying "rise up" as you took your groceries to leave. I remember that. So I mean, All you gotta do is win.
Sean McVay smiles a lot. What's the deal?
Top O smiles a lot.
I mean, I'm just trying to understand that one. That's a little interesting. That's all.
Look, at the end of the day, it's one of those situations where I mean, it's kind of like, you know, whenever and I don't know, you know, if you, I'm you know, I'm not gonna say. All I'm saying is that whenever I've done something to irritate Coach Roney, it don't matter what I do. It's like I'm gonna be aggravated. Like I could be sitting in the corner breathing with my face turned towards the corner. It should be like, why you breathing so loud? Like, oh my goodness, you just get on my nerves. I mean, it's the same situation. It's like, you know, I mean, I feel like because we've lost the way that we've lost, and Raheem Morris has made the decisions that he's made or failed to make. I mean, we a lot of people are annoyed.
Right. I wanted to. There are a couple of things I see in your thing, or a couple of people. PK, shout out PK for commenting. He said a coach has to take responsibility. What responsibility did he not take? Had you listened to any? And I'm asking. I'm not saying it like a smart aleck. Did you listen to anything he said on Monday and Tuesday? I'm not trying to tell you, like I said, I think there's a part of the fan base that wants him to grovel, cry, and just lay out and say, you know, or open his chest and say, you know, shoot me, Atlanta, or something like that. Folks, the man made a mistake and we lost the game. He did. And in some cases, it's just interesting to me. I was just as mad and still upset about the play, but that doesn't encapsulate the whole thing. Clay Melton, I see you right below the one with Dre, and it is interesting, Dre. It is. Fired a 21 and 27 coach, hired a 21 and 38 coach. Here's the problem, Clay. I understand what you're saying. This was his other. He had not been a head coach since the early 2000s. Y'all act like the man was a head coach in I say early 2000s, early 2010s. He waited dang near 10 years. He got a chance to go on a Super Bowl team here and a Super Bowl team with the Rams and won. He got a second chance, just like Eric Mangini, just like some of these other slugs we keep. What's the cat?
Jeff Fisher.
Fisher. Jeff Fisher. People that keep getting recycled, and we don't say anything about that.
Yep.
I'm not here trying to defend the wrong of Raheem's choice on Sunday night. I'm trying to act like, why are we acting like Raheem is Marion Campbell, for those of you who remember him, or some horrific coach that's winning 4 games a year? And don't act like Atlanta Falcons have the best roster in the NFL, because we don't.
Well, you know, I mean, everybody looks at their team like they look at their children.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you look at your team and you said, man, that's the best team in the world. Same way you look at your children and be like, man, boy, that's the prettiest youngin' in the world. Like, you know, somebody else will look at them, they'll be like, yeah, it's a kid. You know, but you look at your own and be like, man, that's the most beautiful child in the world.
Absolutely. So I'm just pointing that out, not to start controversy and things like that. I just say, again, it's very interesting. Energy is interesting that we've had this week. I think just some of the stuff that I'm hearing where people saying, look, man, I got a lot of time dealing with after Falcon losses in my lifetime. Folks, this ain't the worst of it.
No.
This is not even close to the worst of it. You know what the worst of it is? Because obviously we have a lot more voices, which is awesome that we hear people's opinions and we awesome here. But folks, I'm trying to tell y'all, I guarantee you, this ain't the bottom for the Falcons. Man, well, I heard somebody say, this is the worst loss in Falcons. What?
No.
What are we talking about?
No.
What are we doing?
The worst close loss? Because, I mean, we could go back to that Dallas Cowboys game in the playoffs.
Man, stop.
I mean,
Stop.
that's not even, we didn't even
Stop.
talk about 2016. I'm talking about that. Well, I'm sorry. I want to break up the bad.
I mean, yeah, but you're right, Lo. And people are, again, let me make sure I'm on the right side of this. Horrible decision from Raheem. But come on, y'all. Webb says, come on, don't. We didn't have the best team, but we had one of the best, and Raheem destroyed it all. So he did. He destroyed everything. He destroyed hold on. He went out there and threw 4 interceptions against the Chargers. He went out there. How did Kirk Cousins look in the New Orleans game? Low, me and you were together. I think we saw that together.
Yeah, that was tough to watch.
So
But also Raheem who left him in there.
This is true. Oh, this is true.
Now that New Orleans game, that was the first night. That's whenever the loser streak started. So we were all like, okay, he just had a bad game. But I mean, as it continued, it's like we were all looking around like, hey, coach, you might want to pull the plug. Like,
I think he did what most coaches would have done. Though we're very, very quick to make decisions. When Peyton Manning was struggling down the stretch that Super Bowl year, and they put in Brock Osweiler. Now we know Peyton was also hurt.
Yeah.
But there was also a part where Peyton had enough acumen in his repertoire, in his career, where we gave him an opportunity to get out of it. Did we wait one game too long? Maybe. Because that Raiders game was a split second from going the wrong direction if Jacoby Myers could catch. So I'm yes, Raheem needs to know how to evaluate and make decisions. Then I get it. But from the cheat seats, y'all, I promise you, it's easy to point out the flaws. It's easy for us to do it. And I'm talking to myself. It's easy for me to say, dang, Raheem, what you doing? At least he explained it. At least he apologized to the fans. Some of y'all act like he got to give you his left arm. Come on, man.
Now, look, if this was, let's be honest, if this was 2023, you wouldn't have got no apology.
No, you wouldn't have got no apology.
Like, let's keep it a buck. If this was 2023,
Arthur Smith would have tried to explain that out of his yin yang, and he would not have said, "My fault. I'm sorry." Nothing. The most humble I ever seen Arthur Smith look was pretty much after that press conference against the Saints, because he probably knew he was trying to figure out whether he was going to ride in the exit row of the plane or in first class like he usually does. So again,
wow, the whole plane is first class. The whole plane
all right, well, throw him in the closet. Oh man.
But I mean, so, and I think you agree with me. I think it's one of those cases where Raheem Morris, like, I mean, he has had his share of faults, like the whole defensive situation. He didn't make any adjustments until the bye week, and then the bye week came. Now magically we're leading the league in sacks, and it's a Christmas miracle. So
Right.
The situation with the quarterback, not playing Michael Penix in the preseason, the situation with the timeouts, having Younghoe Koo play injured for half the season, most of the season, and not even getting somebody to come in and kick, because just like multiple people mentioned, if we would have gotten a Younghoe Koo kick, we would have been in the playoffs right now. So I mean, there's a few things here that like Raheem Morris could have done, and we also got a couple Superman chats.
Okay.
Rusty Morris in here. He says, still believe that McKay has too much input in operations. That pressure there. I'm sorry, wait a minute. Okay, it said that pressure there where Terry was MIA was very telling. McKay needs to go so our GM can be a GM. Dun, da, da. That's a Superman chat.
Falcons, you know I love you. No matter what you do.
I knew I was leaving one out.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm sorry. We got goodness gracious. We got a Superman chat. Bodie Best in here. He says, I paid to hear Unc sing Big Low. Prize is done. Look, what dang, go, Bodie.
Then he got it.
That's a Superman chat. I'm sorry, what you say?
I was just telling Bodie I appreciate it. And just for that, here on Casey Kasem Stop 40.
So the Falcons had a chance to pull it through. We didn't call timeout. Now the fans are blue.
Everybody, turn on your lights.
And oh, what a revelation to see.
I want to see all the lights out there in the chat.
This Falcon fan say Saints win one for me. Oh,
Kind of pitchy, but we'll deal with it. Kind of pitchy.
Spencer Rattler, if you give to me a stroke of luck, call you. One in a million you.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, kids, if y'all don't know that song, One in a Million You, Larry Graham, one of the most what do you say, Lo? One of those type songs.
Man.
One of those.
Boy,
you know what I mean?
So soulful.
Man.
So soulful.
Man.
Dang, even Bodie had to come on here and put dang go. Man, boy.
Oh
man, boy. It shouts out to Bodie. He came over here, he washed my truck earlier, but he didn't vacuum it. I don't know what's going on with Bodie. Shout out to Bodie, man. I don't know what we're gonna do with him.
See, I was about to hire him.
Oh man. Oh man, see, you know what I was gonna do. So I'm finna tell you business. I'm finna tell you business. I wasn't gonna let everybody know what sent you like in your truck. I ain't gonna do that to you. I ain't gonna do that to you. That's you. That's you. Your thing. If you want to tell them, you can tell them. But I ain't gonna put you out like that.
I'm gonna leave y'all alone, man. Y'all leave my baby powder out of it. I like baby powder. Jason. That's all you cut.
That's all you cut right now.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, man. That was a talent show song.
Yes.
Like if you are a young Thundercat, may I use that, please? Do I have permission?
Of course.
One young Thundercat, and you in the room, you might not be the best looking dude in the world, like myself, maybe. I'm not that cute. But you go in there and throw one of them, oh, love you, it's me. Man, them girls are like, oh.
That's that song that your uncle sung to your auntie at their anniversary.
Oh,
That's
absolutely. Ooh, woo.
Yeah.
That was one of them, bro. That was one of them, man.
That was that song. Antonio Watkins in says, "Hey, Larry Graham." He says, "Y'all on one. Love it." Hashtag rise up, shout it.
You're gonna have to make this a short, Lo. You're gonna have to make this.
Got to. And then Bodie, he says, truck smell like sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate.
Woo! Woo!
That boy, good. Nah, it don't smell like sexual chocolate. Like I said, I ain't look. That's that's other thing. I ain't gonna do it like that. Miss Juanita Hill came in here and says, "Y'all are hilarious. One in the middle."
What's going on, Miss Juanita?
I love it, boy. You got off with that one. You got off.
No, man. I'm just here to be Robin to Batman. That's all.
Hey, nah, man.
Hey, Batman.
Oh man, because you know, I think my favorite Superman chat that you did was the John Legend, and I feel like the reason why my favorite one is because I know that Miss Kira, she loves her job.
Man, I'm in trouble if John Legend come in the room and say Kira. I'm probably done. I could probably just go on downstairs. Yeah, I could just pack it up. and we saw him earlier this year, earlier last year. John Legend, and I'm gonna tell you, John Legend is awesome in concert. Dude is all that.
That's why I got Coach Ron last week. I got her the vinyl Get Lifted album.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Good job, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I learned from the best. I learned.
Bro. Oh no.
Learned from Uncle Steve. We got another Superman chat in here where Fiji says, "What happens? Love to share the lows and highs and the lows and lows with great fans like you. Rise up."
Shout out.
That's a Superman chat. You already know it.
Get right back to you.
I don't care what
Get back to
say,
the current day.
Cause the Falcons going crazy. The Uncle Steve would take
what the kids
it. Cause the super chat is crazy. Going downtown. Yeah. While the running backs are trucking. Yeah. I don't care what.
Yeah. I'm losing my mind. Where Fiji is the man.
Shouts out to you, Will Fiji, and we also got a super sticker in here. I think people just love to hear you sing super sticker.
Happy.
My bad, man. I missed it. I apologize.
You good. You good. Grandizer also share Uncle Steve's channel. Make sure that y'all go.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
Like I said, great content. If you want to hear stuff like this right here, make sure that you go to Uncle Steve's channel.
Thank y'all.
Great content. And look, it's a beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing. Man. So
yes,
I mean, so it's like we mentioned Michael Penix a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
So what did you take from Michael Penix's first start? I'm sorry, not first start, but his first primetime start in the NFL in a big game. Like what were your takeaways for it?
I know people. I love the fact, and I mean this. I love the fact that he threw that interception early because you were going to find out a lot about him afterwards. First, to your point, prime time, jumping on the stage, he threw that interception. Falcon fans' heart sink. Oh, Lord, here we go. Kirk Cousins again. But if you noticed, he missed a couple of passes, but he never blinked. He stood in the pocket, even a couple of times where I was like, move a little bit, bro. But he stood in the pocket because he said, I'm not going to lose the velocity on this throw I need to make. I'm not going to lose that. And he wasn't scared of the moment. And by the time you saw the end of the game, you realize this young man is going to be something different, Atlanta fans, whether you're a Raheem fan or not. But Michael Penix is going to be something special in Atlanta. And I know the first left-handed quarterback everybody going to run to, but I'm trying to tell y'all, this cat right here, this cat can throw the ball, and I think he got a little bit of this right here now.
Yes.
No disrespect to number 7. Number 7 came in here and was just willing it and running. I think this cat right here is a smart young man, and I think smart from the rip. 7 will tell you in a heartbeat he wasn't there the first 5 years.
Exactly.
But number 9, we're gonna benefit from number 9, y'all.
We'll benefit from number 9.
We're gonna benefit.
And I'm glad that you made your assessment. So what we try to do whenever we see a player kind of go above and beyond, they got this term these young Thundercats use called stand on business. And we have this what's called the Stand on Business Award. So for Michael Penix, he deserves the Stand on Business Award. If you don't know who this is, it's T.I.
I know who it is.
Yeah, he whenever he got into it with his dad, he kept telling his dad, everybody know I stand on business. Everybody know I stand. So with that being said, shouts out to Michael Penix. Even though we didn't win the game, the Stand on Business Award goes to Michael Penix. Shouts out to you.
I have some comments, but I don't think they're ready for air. But I'm going.
If you got, if you right there, then you might want to put it in your pocket. I know I stand on business. Yeah, so shouts out to Michael Penix for winning the Stand on Business Award. Okay. Also, I completely agree with you. I didn't see him make any bad reads on Sunday. I know that interception. Hopefully, Hopeful says that you're getting naked for now. But I didn't see him make any bad reads. The only issue that he had was he missed some throws with guys that he hasn't really worked with. So I feel like with that being said, after he gets some more time with those guys and he gets a chance to really, get a chance to throw to these guys during the offseason and hopefully play some preseason games. I know Raheem Morris stood on business in the preseason and said, as long as I'm the head coach, we're not going to be playing preseason games, and we've seen how that turned out. That's where that arrogance comes into play again. But I really feel like you have a chance to have a Pro Bowl caliber quarterback for years to come,
especially in the NFC. If you look at the NFC right now, I think the future is gonna be Jaden Daniels. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, we got beat by a Washington team, but I'm telling y'all right now, they better hope and pray that young man doesn't take a wrong turn when he's running, because if he doesn't, their team is in trouble. Because and this is no disrespect to Washington, they won the game. But in the second half, I sat there and I told Tyler, I said, Tyler, Jaden Daniels will not let that ball go. Did you see B-Rob get the ball a lot in that second half? B. Robinson? No. Did you? You didn't even see McLaurin get the ball because, well, for one, AJ had him shut down. And two, Jaden Daniels was going to have that ball in his hands the majority of the half, and he beat us single-handed, in my opinion. I think he did. And Penix has a chance to be one of those guys.
Look, man, at the end of the day, I just love the way that he plays. I love that he's not pushing, running. I love that he doesn't hold on the ball too long. He makes all the great reads, and he literally has the arm to throw. He can touch any part on the field that he wants to. So, I mean, look, with that being said, we legitimately have the quarterback of the future because, I guess, if he would have hit half of those throws, we could have put up 35, 40 points easily.
You said it. You said it earlier. If another, unfortunately, anti Raheem thing, knowing when to put that guy in. Think about if Penix goes in after New Orleans, maybe. Just when you see it going downhill. How many press conferences did we say that he have to come up there and defend Kirk? And at some point, as a head coach, you got to say to yourself, I got something over here under wraps, and all I have to do is let him go. But I'm still being loyal to this guy. Yeah, don't worry about the $180 million, y'all. We'll get over that. The salary cap probably going to go up $25 million. We're going to spread the balance money out. Don't worry about all that. Let the GM worry about that. We're going to be fine.
Exactly.
But you had an opportunity to make that move earlier. That's a move I would criticize Raheem for, probably even more than the timeout.
I mean, look, that's what I keep bringing up. I mean, all of these things that happen before the timeout are the things that really kind of irk me. It's like, yeah, you're gonna make a mistake, especially in crunch time like that. Like, yes, those are going to happen. But whenever you make completely conscientious mistakes that last over the course of weeks, that's when you have your issues.
Yeah,
like with the whole issue with the defense playing that soft zone and just letting teams just run up and down the field on us. That's where I have the issue. And then all of a sudden, you magically know how to play defense. You magically know how to call defensive plays. It wasn't the fact that we magically know how to play defense now. You were stubborn and you wanted to win your way. Like, let's just focus on winning first before we could do it in the way that you want to do it. Like, let's just try to win first, and then you could focus on doing it your way. You'll see that just winning, in the words of Al Davis, just win, baby, is the most important thing.
Sans the Minnesota game after the bye, the defense has really showed up. They even showed up last week against Washington. Don't act like, dude. A lot of NFL teams hadn't stopped Jaden Daniels this year, so let's not act like these guys haven't been. I mean, they've been a whole different squad since the bye. Like I said, aside of Minnesota, and Minnesota eats up everybody, y'all.
Yes,
they really do.
Now, Joe 01 says Red reports Fontenot could be in trouble. I think they should give him one more year. While Cousins' contract is a disaster, Penix looks like a franchise quarterback. Mm-hmm. So look, we're gonna. I mean, in true, coaching staff fashion, we're gonna put up another poll. Gonna ask the coaching staff what they think. Do y'all feel like we should keep Raheem Morris? If you feel like we should, put a 3 in the chat. 3. If you feel like it's one of them situations where we should move on from him and, go ahead and see if we can get somebody else, put a 4 in the chat. I just want to know what y'all thinking. Just want to know what y'all thinking. You finna say something?
No.
Oh, okay. My bad. We also got another Superman chat in here. Greg says, didn't know our better half knew each other low. Says, y'all got to come and taste my famous steak. And we shoot some pool on my Falcons themed pool table, brother. Look, you ain't said nothing but a word, Bo. You already know it. Dun, da, da. That's a Superman chat. Yes, sir.
Well, is he that love me now? Because Uncle Steve will help you out by reading your 16 super channels. Chat world. Is he that love me now? Could you just get me out? Got out by reading your super chat world.
You know what? Oh man. Boy, Greg, appreciate you. Shout out, brother.
Shouts out, Greg, man, with the custom kicks, man. Greg, look at here, Bo. Y'all hit Greg up. Uncle Steve got some kicks that I've still been trying to take from him.
Dude, I got 2 pair. I got 2 pair.
You got 2 of them. I've been trying to get them off of them for the last 6 months. You know, every time I go by there, I be looking around, trying to find him, but I can't. He be hiding them somewhere.
Greg, I like the commercial with the album. No, my brother, you got to take it. My son be wearing those shoes too, man.
You be wearing them?
I turned around at the game the other day. I mean, which game? The Dallas game, I think it was. And I turned around and we went to the game, and I was like, "Hey, what you doing?"
Wow.
But shout out to Greg, man. Greg getting some commercials from my son as well. So,
hey man, look, you can't beat it. Can't beat it. Shouts out to Larry and the Dixon Way in here.
Larry!
I make sure y'all show the Dixon Way out. I'm subscribed to him, so you should too. That's what Larry always say whenever you come in his chat. He be like, I'm subscribed to him. You should too. Shouts out to Larry. They do. It doesn't matter whatever Georgia themed sport it is, whether it's Falcons, Braves, Hawks, badminton, table tennis, disc golf, pool, water polo. Yes, I don't care what it is. Larry's gonna cover it if it has anything to do with the state of Georgia. Shouts out to Larry, man. Hardest working man on YouTube. What in the world?
Let me tell you, if y'all don't do anything, go to the Dixon Way, pull up the Atlanta Falcons on that last drive.
Oh boy.
And Larry losing his freaking mind when Raheem doesn't call a timeout.
Boy.
That is some of the fun. I'm telling you, I do stuff for morbid reasons, man. But he shot the booty, and I'm not even gonna do it. But Larry was like, Larry was losing it.
Boy,
funniest stuff you ever see. Y'all go to the Dixon Way, man. Larry be in it for real, for real. Shout out.
All right, so let's see what everybody votes were. Let's see. So I said put a 3 in the chat if you feel like we should keep Terry Fontenot, Terry F. Baby. If you feel like it was one of the situations where we need to move on, put a 4 in the chat. You know, if you dine, put a 4 in the chat. James Overton says 3. He said he wants to keep him. Jay in the truck says 3. He says, look, he said he wants to keep him around. Mm-hmm. Adrian says, you could bring in Cam as a backup. Oh, I think he's talking about who? I guess he's talking Cam Ward. It must be Cam Ward.
I know he's talking about Cam Ward.
Because that's the only Cam I know. Unless somebody got a little cousin or something. Named Cam that played quarterback.
Cam. Okay.
Man, shoot. Well, Petey says he's getting naked if the Saints beat the Bucks. Okay. Don't do it in public.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Trey says 3. You mean Terry F. Baby? Please say the baby. Fine, no, beloved. Hello. Okay. All right. Dixon Way. You know, Larry says 4. He says he's done. He says he's moving on. T. Terry says 4. Breeze says 4. Kenny Collette says 6. I don't know what the 6.
6.
I'm confused, kiddos. Let me know. Tabro says 3. Jay the Truck says TF Baby. Okay. Clown says 4. Bigelow says get Raheem out of here. Okay. Well, I'm talking about Terry Fontenot. Let me know about Terry Fontenot. Every season says 3. He wants to keep him. Joy says 9 and 8 feels so much better than 8. Boy, who you telling? Okay. Every season says it's too early. So look, it's one of those things. It's Kenny Collette says, yes, Bigelow Ritter is that amazing. Keep preaching, brother.
Keep it right there. Keep it right there. Because that's my boy Kenneth. Kenneth holds the flame for Desmond Ritter, thinking he's coming back. And Kenneth is one of those dudes. And I think he really wants him to come back.
What can Des do?
Yes, he can.
Hello.
What else?
I believe Des can score.
If he doesn't fumble on the 4, I believe Des can fly.
Des can fly.
Des can fly. Des can fly. That's what I need. That's kind of. I'm gonna get the back.
Oh man, Jason West says I need to hear. Raheem is.
Oh man.
Wait a minute.
I might have to bring that back.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Man, we got into that territory. This is where we at now. This is where we at.
Man,
Look, if I understand you ain't recorded it, but can you at least give it to him? Okay?
Raheem is a genius. It might not be as good live, but I swear I'll do it next time.
Oh man, Slim, Timothy, they said they would keep Raheem. I mean, keep Terry Fontenot. Kalen Davis says he moving on from him. Browns one says he's going to keep him. Trey True statement said it gotta be Cam Ward.
It better be Cam.
It can't be nobody else. Also, Greg with another Superman chat in here. Greg says these new fans that don't remember the Redman, I'm sorry, the Redman I'm thinking about. The Redman or Harrington era, something else. They want to fire everybody. I'm shaking my head. Got 3-year test, but Rock can only get 1 year.
Right.
Hey, I ain't knocking you. Dun, da, da. That's a Superman chat. I ain't knocking you, bro.
Here we go.
Oh, you took it back.
Know that super chat is true. Man, you didn't tell me you didn't like that one, man.
Boy,
when that cut went, boy, you talking about? You think 80s? But that song, boy, that was Spandau Ballet, boy. They didn't know about that one.
They didn't know about that.
They didn't know.
Goodness. Now, let me ask you this: do you still have the Human Nature joint?
Oh, you know what? Hold on.
Because the Human Nature joint, that's like one of my favorite songs of all time.
I gotta put that one back on here.
I
pulled up archives.
Dang, go boy. Look, you can't beat that Human Nature joint.
Yuri said he wanted.
I love Desmond.
I'm gonna tell you, that dude gonna be gone for Desmond gonna be gone 5 years.
That man gonna be retired.
He gonna be retired.
We gonna be sitting here.
I struck a chord.
In 2035, we're gonna be sitting here. I love that.
I love that.
You said you see people at away games. And they be yelling, "Hey, Uncle Steve!"
You think I'm joking? I was at Philadelphia in whatever they call that stadium, and I was going down to my seat, and somebody I had no idea was said, "Uncle Steve, I love Desmond," and I was like, "Wait a minute." I think I told you that.
Yeah. You told me. Uncle Steve. Like, the crazy thing is, like, people said to me, "Hey, Big Lo, next time you talk to Unc, tell him I love that." Like, I'm like, what?
Y'all don't realize I took so much, dude. People were dogging me for that.
Boy,
how are you not going to support our quarterback? How are you not going to do it?
You just said that you love him. Like, what's the issue? You literally just said that you love the man.
I don't know. I told people I love this.
Boy,
I had a great time.
Right there, boy, that one to this day, that was living on in infamy.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Oh, I see. Yeah, Eagle Stadium. The link. That's what it is. The link.
Oh yeah, the link. Yeah, that's where it was at.
Mm.
Dixon says, no, I love Kurt sounder.
You know what? I did have a I love Cousins, but I ran out of room. Dre said not enough.
Absolutely.
Dre, if you would have known the vitriol I was getting
Boy.
Yes.
Look here.
They were after me, man.
But see, the crazy thing is that these are the same folks that got upset with me. I started a petition to get rid of Marcus Mariota, and people were like,
I remember.
How dare you say we need to get rid of Marcus Mariota? He just had a baby. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? He's on a contract. Like,
I remember.
Like, what?
And look,
y'all don't know how contracts work.
Look, he left at his own. He didn't even need to.
Y'all sit here trying to get this man to stay. The whole time he tried to go. Like, y'all obviously care more for him than he cares for you.
Oh, man.
People like, man, Lo, how dare you do that? That man, he just had a child. He just had a child, Big Lo, and you're going to sit up here and say, we need to get rid of him?
Man, let me tell you something. For all the folks that fell for that, well, my little girl, she said, I got cut. I was, oh no.
Oh, you ain't right. You ain't right. Don't even do that. Don't even do that. Because there's still some lesbians out here. Don't even do that.
My little girl, she just looked in my eyes. And she said, Daddy Des, do we have a job now? And I just looked back at her and I said, I'm a girl because I can't throw.
Oh man. But see, you gotta say it in a voice. Oh, you can't just you can't just say it in your voice. You gotta say it in a voice.
Oh, girl. She was looking at me. And she said, Daddy, is it Arizona this week? Or is it the Raiders? And I looked back at her and I said, I think it's the UFL. I'm going to be there next year. The Rock said he was going to.
Oh man. Oh my goodness. I can't fool with you. I can't fool with you. Even though the man literally made more money than most people make in their lifetime in 2 years.
He's fine. He's fine.
He's good.
He's fine. Y'all feel for that. Yeah.
Us, you the one. Ain't nobody.
My heart went out to Desmond, okay? You see the sincerity in my eyes.
Okay. I mean, look, I know that you love Desmond. I already understand, you know. I already understand. You love Desmond.
But that's the thing that makes me mad, Lo. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to defend Raheem, but folks, if y'all sitting here trying to say this time right now was worse than last year and the year before, I'm like, y'all haven't had bad times as a Falcons fan. And I'm sorry, I'm not counting gray beards trying to say how old I am. I'm just saying, but a lot of y'all just don't get it. I love this team. I have seen bad teams. I have definitely seen bad coaches.
Yes.
And he made a big mistake. Huge mistake. But folks, it ain't the end. It's not the end.
I
It's
mean,
really
so moving forward, like, do you think it's one of those cases where do you see Raheem improving? Because I feel like the issues that he has are internal. I don't feel like it's a situation where he's not good. He's not a good coach. I feel like he has an issue applying himself. Like that ego and everything comes into play. Like, instead of him being in the war room, I feel like he's at the Claremont Lounge on Tuesday night for karaoke night.
I think Raheem is dealing with the same stuff that we had with Dan Quinn. I really feel like we are in a moment right now where we don't get it. It was the first year of Dan Quinn. It was we're playing good ball. We won 5 straight. Let's get happy. We lose 6 straight. Oh, he's the worst coach in the world. I really just ask folks to, on this one, I think we need to be patient before we go Sandman and bring the hook out for Raheem. Because I tell you what, 25, I think what's clear about this year, we're going to know what to do. We're going to know who to get. We got some young folks coming back next year. Helms, Braylon Trice. We got some folks, Wandale Moore, who's going to take the top off.
Yes.
Once he comes off. We got the speedster already. Ray was just a fill-in. Wandale Moore ran a 4.29.
Yes.
If Penix throws that ball up there like everybody else, like he was doing last week, Wandale going under that one.
Yes.
And going to get it. So I think I'm just saying, I'm not telling anybody who to like. You do whatever y'all want to do. But I'm just trying to tell y'all, next year is going to be must see for the Atlanta Falcons team this coming year. And people are.
But the thing is, like, is it really a situation where it's like, does it have to keep continuing to be next year? Like,
it doesn't. But the difference between coming off of what a potentially 9-8 season and going into a coming from a 7-10 season it's a different story. People, you win, you're over 500. I'd rather be in that position. It was almost similar to 2015. I'd love to be 2015 going into 16 again. I think we have the potential to do that this year. And guess what, folks? Free agents might want to come here because you got one of the young guns now. Now you got one of them. You don't have to sell the team on anybody else. You got one.
I mean, look, no lies told. No lies told.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of having one, looks like we got one in here, Larry, with the Dixon. Wait, what in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, man? Oh, Larry, we can't hear you.
Uh-oh. Larry, you sound like Desmond Ritter. Larry coming in doing his Desmond Ritter imitation.
I just want to say where do we have to go? I told her, I said, it was like, Daddy's going to Las Vegas, baby. I got another shot. You know,
That need an assistant coach. You were never the same when me and Sauce left. They were.
Oh man. Pro P says bring back Jonnu Smith. Now that's interesting that he brings this up because I could feel, I didn't go on there, but I could feel Twitter lighting up as Kyle Pitts dropped that pass on the sideline.
Oh.
I could feel Twitter lighting up as he dropped that pass on the sideline. Then it was one of the situations where he caught that touchdown. It was almost like everybody just deleted their post. Moving forward.
I'm all about the redemption story. I am. I'm about the redemption story. You can suck as bad as the worst football player, but I'm all about the redemption story. I'll give Kyle Pitts a chance this week, but yeah, he's got to be gone, and I know that's for another stream, but he's got to be gone next year, and get value.
Move on from him?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you get value where you can. There are tight ends that can fill that spot. There are cheaper tight ends that can probably fill that spot. You can get some pass catching tight ends. Even some of these young cats coming out of school. You can grab somebody and spend a fourth of what you're spending right now. Kyle Pitts, I think, is $11 million on the cap next year with that fifth-year option. I think if you could squeeze that into a fourth-round pick, sucker somebody. I mean, trade with somebody for a third-round pick, then I mean you can. But I think you do move on from Kyle. Kyle, as great as that catch was he made, I think it was more to throw. But as great as the catches was he's made, I think it's a little too late. For him, that stretch where he really looked uninterested, that bothers me. That bothers me.
Look, it's like I think the I just work here comment. I feel like that really.
That sounds like a 1 foot out the door. Comment, right?
Yeah.
Does it not?
No lies told. Lies told.
Can you go up there to Clown 1940s? Thing. What's up, Clown? And I saw another comment that you had on there too. Said we need a coach to bring out the dog out of these boys like Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell is Dan Quinn light.
Very much so.
I'm trying to tell folk. Sometimes you hit a time where everything kind of connects. Jared Goff is Matt Ryan.
Yes.
Ahmad St. Brown is Julio Jones right now. The Thunder and Lightning and the Montgomery and Gibbs are Freeman and Coleman right now. I'm trying to tell y'all, they had an opportunity. If you had 6 years in a row where you were the scourge of the NFC and the NFL, you better build some folks on your team and be able to build. And they did.
And I think one of the biggest factors that we have to acknowledge is that Ben Johnson is Kyle Shanahan.
Exactly.
That's one of the biggest factors that you have to acknowledge.
Yeah. And Ben's gonna want his. I think this might be the year that Ben breaks out of there. I think he gets out of there this year. It's about 6 jobs opens, right? 6 jobs open. Yeah,
I think he's coming to New Orleans.
He's coming out this year. He's coming out. Yeah, they might lose him and Aaron Glenn, actually.
Very well. Oh, because Aaron Glenn, they talk about giving him a job.
Absolutely. They might lose both of their coordinators, especially if they finish the job and get to the Super Bowl. I can see both of them leaving.
Look here, Lions Bills. That's what I'm calling it. Lions Bills. Larry, what's going on, Bo?
1, 2, testing.
There you go.
You loud and clear up in here, Bo. You sound almost clear as Uncle Steve singing that 1 in a million.
Hey. I like that. See, Larry probably could. Larry does have that bass.
Man.
You know good well, like Shonda in the background talking about, do it one more time for him.
Do it one more time. One more time, Larry. Do it one more time. I can hear it. Man. Larry, so look.
What's up, fellas?
It's crazy because it's like you're on the stream and Uncle Steve is on the stream. I feel like y'all are kind of polar opposites.
Really?
On this one.
On this particular one here. And it's like y'all coming to the red and black table. And like I said, we ain't gonna have no entanglements or nothing. But you're of the mind of moving on from Raheem Morris, right?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Tell me, it
pains me to say it, though.
It hurts.
It don't hurt that much. But
so tell us your reason, Larry.
I look at it like this, guys. I sat there and I want to give Desmond the benefit of the doubt. Hey, let's see what he can do after those 4 games going into the next season. Others like Steve and like Tidy was telling me, this dude trash. Stop wasting time with it. What are we doing? No, let's give him a chance. I'm kind of looking at Raheem just like Ritter, to be honest. You know, there's when I hear a defensive coach first time being in a defensive meeting, like a few weeks ago, you ain't poked your head in there once.
The bad business.
Now I know he said he wanted to be more of a CEO coach. I understand that. He said that in his presser. That's exactly what he said. That's what he was doing. But when we only had 10 sacks going into the bye week, you might want to put your little head up in there and say something about it. You got to be able to take responsibility for it. Now I know Arthur Blank's not going to do it. The optics of firing a coach after having another incompetent coach, as I said it. Arthur Smith was an incompetent head coach also, but you put up with him for 3 years. So yeah, I would feel some kind of way if you let Arthur Smith, incompetent self, as a head coach, stay here for 3 years and gave him all these kind of excuses and was just like, if we had better quarterback play. And then Raheem repeated that same mantra coming in here. If we had better quarterback play, I would not have this job. To place all that blame on Desmond, which pretty much the whole fan base did. But it was, to me, it's still warranted. You know what I'm saying? His play was bad, but everybody, we get Kirk, we're quarterback away. I'm sitting here saying we're going to the Super Bowl. I'm thinking improvements throughout this roster was going to happen. The moves that we made in free agency were going to pan out with Matthew Judon and Justin Simmons. After the season, I am going to do a breakdown of Terry Fontenot's draft picks and his free agent pickups. Because, okay, Raheem was in here 1 year. He's not going to get the door. But Terry should not be retained. There's nothing. I don't want to hear this a duo. If you want to do that, okay, that's fine. But you want to say, well, this is his first year of being the actual GM, which I actually believe that. But yet and still, I feel like your fingerprints are all over this team in the draft. I feel like you value offense over defense. We keep beating that head against the wall, hoping that it'll get better by trying to grab this person in free agency. Your picker ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I apologize to Thomas Dimitroff. I apologize. Oh, baby, I do. I apologize. Hey, look at man. I apologize, Thomas. You weren't this bad.
Well,
And,
one thing though, Larry. One thing is that, and I definitely understand what you're saying in regards to the the Terry Fontenot thing. But if you look back at history with the Atlanta Falcons or with Arthur Blank as the owner, he normally has like a little bit of a pattern. He'll hire a coach and a GM at the same time, and whenever it starts going bad, he'll fire that coach and he'll retain that GM until that next coach acts up, and then he'll fire both of them at the same time and start over. So I'm thinking that it's one of those cases where if somebody getting fired, both of them getting fired. That's why I'm thinking Terry Fontenot's going to be retained.
Okay, I can see how you can look at it like that. I'm of the thought that because Terry's not really going to get fired, he's either going to get an extension or he's going to be let go.
Yeah.
He has no job after Monday. Okay, technically, or whenever the season technically ends, or maybe it's after the Super Bowl, whatever. I would think after, unless we advance, unless the Saints pull a miracle and we win our game, our season is effectively over. So unless they come out on tomorrow and say, hey, we're extending Terry Fontenot one more year, the accumulation of what he's done here cannot be avoided. The only thing that really saves him, if Arthur Blank truly believes that Michael Penix is the future, and he got his bell cow, kind of like what Thomas Dimitroff did with Matt Ryan and then Julio Jones. You know what I'm saying? If you have your two stars in Michael Penix Jr. and Bijan Robinson, then I can overlook all that. I can start packing this dome again because people are excited about our young talent. I think that's the only thing that saves Terry Fontenot's job.
So what you got to say about that, Uncle Steve?
Because it's a hypocritical statement to say Terry Fontenot it deserves to leave when I'm looking at the roster and you just said the two young guns that are going to be the pull for this team. You look at the best free agent. I'm arguably about to say, I know it's only his second year, but Jesse Bates is coming close to that Michael Turner status as far as the best free agent signing in Falcons history.
Okay.
And I'm looking at some of the ancillary pieces when you start talking about a Caden Ellis that you brought in here. I know everybody is not in love with Justin Simmons, but I think, Justin Simmons has that safety that we haven't had when you can start talking about going through the years of Richie Grant starting and things. And now you have a pretty solid duo. Nobody's trying to say Justin doesn't have to be Buda Baker. He doesn't have to be, but I think he's a great Robin to Jesse's Batman right now in the secondary. And you can argue that 3/4 of that secondary might make up one of the top 5 to 8 secondaries in the league right now when you add AJ in there, who is clearly earning that money this year.
Yes.
Yes.
I understand all of the again, we lost an emotional game this past Sunday. I can't help but to play the what if game with a lot of things we did, a lot of things a lot of the decisions we made. I just can't turn the team around again. And folks are gonna leave if Raheem leaves. Folks are gonna leave. There are players that want to play for Raheem, and guess what? They're going to follow him to the next job. And I feel like he at least, especially if he finishes the job and goes 9-8, I think you do have to give him a chance. We gave Arthur Smith a chance at 7-10. We gave Dan Quinn a chance at 7-9. So I'm just not ready to pull the plug that quick. Great points, but him and Terry Fontenot is not going anywhere. As long as number 9 is there, he's the person that brought him in. Terry's not going anywhere. He will be extended at the end of the year when we go 9-8.
Definitely. We also got another brother in here. We got old Bodie 3000. Bodie, what's going on with you, man?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Man, look at here, guys. If y'all ever need somebody to paint your house, Bodie has got to do it. He just prime mind today.
He kind of shade you, Bodie. When you, he was kind of shady you a little bit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh man, I went to the Sherman Williams School of Painting, so I try my best. I'm my best.
Man, Bodie, tell us what you thinking, man, as far as because Uncle Steve, Uncle Steve, he's trying to stand no business about this whole, not moving on from Raheem Morris, and and then Larry just came in here and mentioned that, it's one of those situations where we should move on from Terry Fontenot. How you feeling about it, man? Like what, like what's your opinion about it?
It's like, it's his first year. It's like you do something, you get a job, right? And it's a lot of good in the job. Like you do a lot of good things. You also make a couple bonehead decisions.
Yes.
I guess you could say the last one was probably the most boneheadish decision. But people they won't fire you immediately. Like they'll just give you time. They're just like, all right, well, you do it this way, you do it that way. You can work it out. And that ain't just. I think A1 said it on one of the shows. A show I was on earlier. He said, "Yeah, that ain't how business works in the NFL. Unless you got to be Nathaniel Hackett bad to get fired. You got to be, just generationally awful. And I don't know too many coaches. I'm sure that list is small of coaches who got fired their first season on the job. We had a coach leave the first season on.
Yeah, leave in the middle of the night. Yeah,
God, he left a note, man. That's terrible. But yeah, you gotta. Rod did a lot of good things. He also he deserves a chance to see if he learned from his mistakes. He definitely deserves that. Rod is Rod, and I know people. I done seen shows people saying, "Hey, Rod needs to be that stick him in the mud." He needs to. I said it myself. He needs to be more of a, not just a player's coach. He needs to be on both sides. It's just a slippery slope, man. Like Rod is who he is, and they love him for who he is. Y'all saw when he first got hired, everybody was like on it. Everybody was like, "Yeah, I'm so glad he got a job. I'm so glad he deserves it. Anybody deserves it. It's Rod, and rightfully so. He did well where he was at, and he learned. He had many years before he became a coach again. I say all that to say, you don't just. He didn't do a generationally bad job to be just kicked and booted out right now. So I say I know everybody listening right now. I know y'all are in pain. I know it sucks. I know it hurts. It hurts me. But just give a man a chance. Just get one more year.
Get a fucking shot.
Get a fucking shot.
I love Raheem.
Man, Bodie, everybody in the comments, man, they're coming at you for wearing that Lakers.
Hey, man, Kobe Bryant.
We're gonna whip them tonight.
I know. Kobe, yeah, they playing each other tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, Kobe got me a Laker fan before I could say Lakers, before I could say anything.
Dang.
So yeah, I was a Laker fan first, and then I live in Georgia, so I'm a Hawks fan. Who I will be cheering for tonight? I don't know, man. Leave me alone.
Wearing Lakers joint, so
this is a coincidence. I didn't know the Lakers tonight.
All right, okay.
I think Big Low did that on purpose.
Did what on purpose?
We got this Laker fan over here.
Man, I ain't know where you were gonna be having on.
I think you did.
Am I discredited? Do I need to strip? Do I need to change?
That LeBron undershirt on.
Oh man,
I'm sorry. Kobe was my first love. I'm sorry, Hawks fans.
Good.
Everybody.
That's all right.
It's all good.
But I
It's all
mean,
good, man.
basically it's
It's
like I
nothing.
see the points that both sides are making. I understand it's frustrating. You finally get a chance to get to the playoffs. The team is relatively healthy. You know, we're not suffering from injuries like a lot of the other teams in the NFL, and we blew our shot whenever we haven't had a chance to go to the playoffs in years. So, like, I understand, Larry, it hurts. Look, Larry, it's a long wait until September. That joint hurt. It's a long wait. But
Mm.
I mean, yeah, I hate to be the person to be like, hey, just be patient, because that's what they've been telling us. Like, that's what they told us a whole regime ago. I understand that. But I mean, we got to acknowledge that the team did show some improvement this year, right?
Absolutely. Now it might have took longer than we wanted it to take, but
Mm.
you know, you live and you learn. At least that's what we can hope.
What was the motto for the Falcons this year?
Be better than last year.
Outrun the
No, it was outrun the South.
We did.
It was
We did.
outrun the South.
We actually did.
for half the year.
We did. No, not even half the year. We have the best record in the NFC South. And if we win on Sunday, we'll be 5-1. Look, people, we all have our own little agendas. You know, I know some of y'all wanted to be 13-4 and say, I told you so. I know some of y'all wanted to act like we were going to be the number 2 seed. So I'd have to live in the moment, man. When we were 6-3, I was sitting here saying like the next person, Kirk Cousins, MVP choice, Bijan Robinson, first team All-Pro, all that. I ride it. I live in the moment. I get it. It hurts. It hurts. But at the same time, why do you fire a guy who is the first time dealing with the whole roster? First year dealing with 53 different personalities on the team. And he goes 9-8 compared to the 7 feudal years where you barely won 7 games. And we are going to say because of a blunder of a timeout, horrible, but a blunder of the timeout, we going to just say screw it and go to the next person. And then when the next person comes, they be like, well, we should have stayed the course and we shouldn't have flipped it over. And we shouldn't I know, and this is the
season's not just that.
But we'll be
just not that play. It's just not that play, Steve. You can't boil the whole season down.
Larry,
it was incompetence the entire season.
Even if that's true, Larry, how many games have we won before we got the last one? How many have we won?
We beat up on our sorry division.
No. Answer. How many literal games have we won, Larry?
We won 8 games.
How many won in 23?
How many games?
How many won in 22?
How many games?
How many won in 21? How many won in 20? How many won in 19?
Right.
So here's the problem. Again, I'm not trying to tell you don't criticize horrible plays. It was a horrible play. But if you're going to tell me that's going to encapsulate a whole season in everything you built up, I mean, why hire coaches? Because next year, the next guy going to come in and want to install his system and want to do his whole thing. Dude, I hear it. You and I have talked about it ad nauseum. We want this team to win. But you can't just pull the rug on after a possible 9-8 season and say, well, he made 2-3 bonehead mistakes during the year and give up on it. You can, but then don't complain when it takes 2-3 years to build back up again.
I wouldn't complain if we do it right. We don't ever do it right. And I just don't understand how people, like, again, if he got fired on Monday, I would feel some kind of way because we had to deal with Arthur Smith. Like I said before, he was incompetent.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is, for not playing any starters at the beginning of preseason, incompetence. For riding with a guy because obviously it seemed like you're the one that chose Kirk Cousins. And you rode with him way too long. I don't even want to go into minutia of individual plays that didn't happen or just let things go. You know what I'm saying? Like not making a head coach's call. I'm not talking about the fourth quarter when you didn't call a timeout. No, I wouldn't fire him over one game. I do feel like this is a Ritter situation. And I hope that he learns from his mistakes and he improves going into the next season. Because I don't think he's going to be fired. But again, it's not just the coach with me. It goes a lot deeper than that, man. It goes from the top down. Structurally, it's too long to be even getting into, to be honest. But yeah, Coach Raheem is going.
Let me ask you a quick question, Larry. Before you go turn it deep. Dan Campbell basically got an opportunity to build his team. What makes the situation with Dan Campbell different from Raheem as far as giving him a year or two to build his own thing there? He wasn't exactly lighting things up his first year.
No, they were horrible his first year.
Mhm.
But if you look at some of the pieces that were there are there now. So I guess I'm saying, what is the difference between giving him an opportunity to put his fingerprint on the franchise as opposed to when you let Dan Campbell do his thing? When you let I can't say LaFleur. LaFleur had a loaded team when he inherited them. I'm trying to think of somebody. Scott McDermott, when he had Buffalo, and he had an opportunity to build those guys. I guess I'm just saying, are we that starved to the point where we just saying, if you don't get to the playoffs, throw them out? I think we asked that question a lot of times at the beginning of the year. Would a winning season still look like a failure to you? Is this season a failure if we go 9-8 this year, coming off of 7 years of less than 500 ball? Is this year a failure? And my answer is no. So that's why I say I think he deserves another shot. I obviously I respect your opinion. It sucks, but I respect your opinion about what you're saying. But I do think at the same time, I think you got to give. I think we just have to give it one more year, and then again, yeah, we got Michael Penix, a year of practice, which hopefully we can see this year at Flowery Branch. Maybe we get a chance to, build it like we need to. I just don't think you pull the rug under him right now.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's no even thought of Raheem losing his job. He's not. I'm in a wait and see mode, just like Ritter. That's why I'm putting it at. Okay, so
and we all know
when you guys, all I'm saying is that there's a lot of vitriol going towards Ritter when it was clear that he was not a future quarterback.
Okay.
So we'll see. Hopefully that Raheem will take this season. The coordinators, the rookie coordinators that he picked, all rookie coordinators. More. See, I don't want to get into this just going and bashing and stuff like that. Hopefully everything improves. We have the best 4 draft picks Terry ever had. We made the necessary cuts to free up some cap so we can maneuver. This ain't even going to be the same team. And we had one of the easier records. Now, some teams were better than what we thought they were going to be, and some teams weren't. So it kind of balanced itself out. I'm looking forward to all the mock drafts, specials and stuff like that, and let's see if we can improve.
Hey, that's what it's all about. I know
we did improve by record wise.
I know it's one of those situations where
that is true. I agree with you.
Uncle Steve, he was the person who said that, before anybody, he was like, he literally said, "Hey, as far as Desmond Ridder goes, I don't trust Desmond Ridder. You got to show me what Desmond Ridder is going to be capable of." And I was sitting here like, "Look, Uncle Steve, you at least got to give the young Thundercat a shot." And I was over there gassing Desmond Ridder up. I was the main one. Like, look at here.
So powerful.
Literal conversation.
Yes.
Literal.
And I mean, it didn't work out. Like, everybody in the chat remembers, I literally called the man Desmond Winter because he won in college. But whenever he got to the NFL, it didn't happen. I mean, Larry, you could legitimately have a point. It could be one of those situations where Raheem Morris could be a little engine that could, like Desmond Ridder was, and it's going to turn into the little engine that can't.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying, if he took more responsibility of the defense, I don't know, guys. I don't know. We're going to see, because he's not going to get fired.
Larry.
I just hope that he learns.
Larry. I mean, when times are tough,
yes, sir,
and the Falcons are struggling, you know what you got to do? Be happy, 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 happy.
Yep.
Larry was getting deep, man. I was about to pull out a couch.
Yeah,
I was like, dang, man.
Hey, wow. I got a couple Superman chats we got to address. I got Connor. You know what, Bodie? Since you up in here, you're the young Thundercat in here tonight.
Bodie read
the Superman chat.
Yeah, a little bit, man. A little bit. All right. This is from Connor Martella. Excuse me if I'm saying your name wrong. I apologize. I never heard it out loud. The plan for this past draft was to prep for 2025 this year. Was not supposed to be our best. They have a plan in place. That was proposed to blank in the interview process. Raw and Terry stay. Well
Good
said.
job.
I agree.
Go ahead. I thought you do the Superman thing, Bodie.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
You gotta.
Okay. I wasn't ready. All right. That's Superman chat.
There it is. All right. Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Right.
I wasn't ready. I thought that was exclusively you. I appreciate that.
Larry, if you could you get the Superman chat for Padre for me?
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's throw that back up. All right. Let me enlarge that.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Padre says, "What's good, fellas? Bodie, tell Jack if he don't plug my tire like I paid him, I'm gonna have to go into the witness protection." Hello. Hang up and listen.
Dang.
That's a Superman chat.
Steve, could you do us the honor?
Talking this and that. Why read your super chat? Uncle Steve will really try to be your best friend. All I wanna do is read your.
Amen.
I was ready for that note. You hit.
Yeah, you see.
You noticed that. You noticed that, Bodie, right? You know what I'm saying?
Still background singing, but hey,
brother, get out there. Add low to hit that note. Without auto tune.
I'm gonna be back here like
a lot of auto tune in that.
Oh man! But look here, man. I think it's one of those situations where, I think it's just going to be a wait and see mode kind of thing, and we're just going to have to, at the end of the day, I know that we're all riding with these birds, man. So,
oh yeah,
I mean, moving forward, we're just going to have to, Make it do what it do, baby. I mean, that's. I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean that's the case. So look here. I mean, I definitely appreciate all y'all for coming on and chopping it up with old country boy on a Friday night.
But if I may interject,
Of course you can make.
I just wanted to say, I think there'll be some kind of changes made. I think he needs to bring in some other voice, maybe like some veteran voice. I don't know all the positions. Maybe bring somebody in that can consult, and that would be ideal, I think, for him. Coach Rob, speaking of
Steve Wilkes.
Oh,
yeah, I don't hate that. I mean, he needs that. That's the thing. I need Rod to take accountability and realize he's not the smartest guy in the room, and he don't need to be. That's why you have a whole coaching staff. So just get smart people around you, and you will look like the genius.
Rod's not the smartest guy in the room.
At least he thinks he is right now. I think.
Go ahead, Larry.
I gotta go. I gotta stream in about 8 minutes. So thank you for having me on. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate you.
I swear I didn't do this to troll you. I promise.
No problem. No. I literally got 8 minutes. I've been trying to set up the stream while we was on, but I appreciate you sending me an invite. Always great with talking good football with you guys, Uncle Steve. Always trying to be on the opposite end, but that's all right. That's what gets good banter, man. This ain't nothing but healthy conversation. And I hope all you Falcon fans know that, man. Me and Steve have been doing that for years. And yeah, it's nothing but love. We love our Falcons.
Absolutely.
We love all our teams in Atlanta. And yeah, it's just healthy conversation.
Yes, sir.
What you gonna do about it?
Yeah. That was one of my favorites.
Look, Larry, man, we always enjoy it, bro. We always enjoy it. And I put your link in the chat, Larry.
I'll poke my head in there.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for that follow. We're about to start a stream in about 6 minutes. Hawks versus those fakers. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, since Kobe gone, there is the fakers though.
I'm gonna leave you with this, Larry, when you go. Yeah. Kobe Bryant, rest his soul.
Yeah.
One of the most overrated players in the NBA history.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
What?
Take that with you.
Dang.
Oh my. All right, man. I got to go on that next time, man. Thank all you coming in, man.
Oh,
make sure you hit the like for Big Low content, man. Great content. I'm waiting for the new video. That's what I want to see. That Saints one was on fire, bro. Yeah, we up out of here, man. Peace up, A-Town down. Y'all have a blessed rest of y'all weekend.
All right, man. Take it easy, bro.
Man. All right.
Take it easy. Man.
You took the win out my sail with that Kobe take. That's
I'm sorry. I
respect it. I respect it.
I like Kobe. I feel as if Kobe was a culture more than he was. Kobe threw up 40 shots and hit 12 a game. And I think as much as I think because he tried to emulate Jordan so much, I think he was just somebody that don't get me wrong. He's top 25, all this top 10, top 5 stuff. I think unfortunately what happened maybe elevated him, but I just think he was a very good player. I think he brought a different culture. He was just a different culture player. I put a lot of the guys in the 80s against him, and just don't think he was that. And the first 3 championships, Shaq was so dominant, anybody could have played shooting guard. Anybody could have played shooting guard.
That's a take right there.
Just saying, man. But I think much love for a Hall of Fame player. Yeah. I just think the legend of Kobe is a little exaggerated to me.
I respect it a little bit.
Just a little bit. Yeah. Sorry.
I wholeheartedly disagree, but I
Daggone.
Y'all also have to remember I'm probably a smidge older and probably have a lot more folks that I can point at. I get the generation thing. I get the people who have come behind him, the young kids. That Kobe was their Jordan. So I get it. But
it's a whole nother debate, the GOAT debate. Like LeBron is I don't even want to go there. That's a whole nother.
If guys knew how to stay in shape, and give LeBron all the credit in the world for keeping his body at optimal level, but if guys knew what they knew, the same thing with football players. If quarterbacks kept their bodies like Tom Brady, LeBron would have 8 Super Bowls, and it's just a different generation. So I give him credit.
Man. Well, Bodie, I put your link in the chat.
Oh yeah.
So Bodie, do you want to tell everybody about your new channel?
Oh man.
Yeah, man. Bodie's Best, man. It's gonna be my new YouTube channel. We starting real soon once I stop procrastinating. Just wanted, get in my head sometimes. I wanted to be so perfect, but I'm gonna just one of these days I'm just turn the thing on and just start talking.
There you go.
Most of my videos will be probably pre-recorded, but I'll get on live sometimes. It's gonna be about NFL. I'm gonna talk all things NFL. I'm gonna go back from stats to players you didn't even think about and interesting stories, all kind of stuff. I got big plans. So Bodie's Best on YouTube. I don't have any videos up just yet, but you want to go ahead and give me a pre-follow. Prepaid. I appreciate that.
Definitely. That sounds like a plan, Bo.
I appreciate you letting me put that out on your platform too, Big Lotus, and it's on your page too, Uncle Steve. I appreciate y'all.
Anytime, brother. Anytime, man. Anytime. You're the man.
Y'all check out Bodie, man. One of the more knowledgeable Atlanta Falcons fans. I always come with stats. One thing about Bodie, I'm gonna tell you, whenever I really took note of you, Bodie, is that work that you did, if I'm not mistaken, last year, or I think it was the year before last, whenever y'all first started, and you were doing your draft recaps. You talk about all the players. I was really impressed with that. It showed how knowledgeable you were. You're definitely an articulate young man, and look, I see nothing but great things for you in the content creator space.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Definitely. All right. Uncle Steve.
You got to remember too, Bodie. Long time ago, it was little low country sports. And then he grew and became big country sports. Big low.
Yeah, man. Doing big things, man. Little low country. That's
I would.
Big dog, man. Look, I take a lot from both of y'all, man. I go watch y'all streaming and stuff. I be like, it's all in love. I just be picking a little bit from y'all, just like ideas. My wheels be turning, man. So appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you, man.
We appreciate you. I'll be getting all my ideas from Uncle Steve. So
thank you. Thank you, clowns. I appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate First Low. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for letting me come on here and chop it up. It's one of those things I love, but then I don't love because I get off subject so much because me and him start laughing and enjoying ourselves so much. It's fun, and I apologize to people who came and said, tell me about the formation. Tell me about the brother. And I'm like, I can't, because this is my brother, and I have a great time with him. And so man, I apologize for all of y'all who come in and it gets off kilter, but
gotta have fun. I mean, y'all like what's not Shay Shay, but nightcap. Y'all be talking about y'all get on a tangent and then started here just dancing and
It's hard, man. It's
having
hard.
fun, man. Ain't
It's
nothing wrong
hard.
with that.
And I try to have a great time, man. But look, it's all about seriousness, though, man. This weekend, we got to do this thing.
Yes.
So the Falcons had a chance to pull it through. We didn't call timeout. Now the fans are blue.
Where did music come from? Like,
What a revelation to see.
One more time for the night crew.
This Falcon fan say Saints win one for me.
Everybody.
Oh,
kind of pitchy, but we could deal with it.
It's of a lifetime, and we'll root you on.
Hey,
Spencer Rattler. A stroke of luck calling you. One in a million.
Uncle Steve's Lounge. Y'all check me out. Monday Minutia, usually 6 to 7 o'clock. Check it out. Uncle Steve's Lounge, YouTube. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Big Low.
Look, man, you already know what time it is. If y'all want to get soulful ballads like that, make sure that you go to Uncle Steve's Lounge. I don't know what to say. For everybody out there that don't know me, my name is Big Low Country. I'm just an old country boy, former football coach that loves to sit around and talk about sports. We definitely appreciate y'all for coming on. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us, and we definitely appreciate it. Before you leave, make sure that you wipe your feet and hit that like button. We would definitely and greatly appreciate it. Also, make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. You do that for us, we'll dance at your wedding one day. And if this is your first time watching any of these channels or seeing any of these folks that are on here, make sure that you go by there and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss nothing in the future. Because when Uncle Steve comes on and do the Monday minutiae, and I mean, we like to gas him up and tell him that he sounds good when he's singing. He really don't, but we like to make him feel good, So moving forward, y'all go support Uncle Steve. Whenever Bodie ain't out here, washing my truck because he forgot to vacuum it, he's gonna be on YouTube making some great content for y'all. Y'all make sure y'all support Bodie and all the other great Falcons content creators. Support all of your Atlanta Falcons content creators. They're making great content, and we all care about this team. So y'all already know what time it is, man. What in the world, Bo?